We definitely love to travel, but lately, with the higher cost of just about everything, we have really been staying a lot closer to home.
But we do love a good adventure, so we decided to try something new to us and do a Catholic staycation. So basically a regular staycation, but with a Catholic twist.
So we sat down and made up a list of different fun Catholic-related things that we wanted to try over the course of a week. We also set a budget for ourselves of under $100, like $100 max. So part of the fun was to see if we could stay under budget.
So we're going to take you through the week, and then we'll come back and just talk about how it went, how much we spent, and if we would do it again.
Okay, today we are headed out to a fun place, the Book Outlet Warehouse, where everything is 70% off. Everything is brand new. We haven't been there in a long time.
It's been a while.
It's been a long while. We made a video about it, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago.
But it's been longer.
So we thought it would be a fun thing today to go out and revisit it. It's a little bit of a drive, but that's all right. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking for things for the church library. Sometimes I have Catholic picture books, so it'll be a treasure hunt.
Mm-hmm. And I have one book that I'm trying to find, and then we'll just see what else comes up along the way.
Sometimes I have advent calendars or arts and crafts that I could use in class, so we'll see what we find. So here we are headed into the sale. It's in a giant warehouse, and we forgot, unfortunately, that there is no air conditioning here. So as you can see, they have just miles and miles of books stacked floor to ceiling, all different kinds of books. So it is super hot and crowded in here. I don't know where Kate has gone, but it's still fun to look. They did have a really nice selection of classic books this time, and that was new. We have not seen anything like that before, but it's been a while. I do have a couple of things in particular that I'm looking for. Sticker books, you guys know we love those. Also, I'm looking for a nice copy of The Count of Monte Cristo, and they seem to have every single other classic, but not that one. Definitely had to spend a few minutes here. And we did have fun challenging ourselves to see how many Catholic or Christian items we could find. We did see a lot of stuff for Advent and Christmas, all different kinds of puzzles and cards. It was kind of fun to look through them all. Okay, and people had their carts just heaped up with books, but this is our takeaway. We bought a puzzle. We thought that this was really beautiful. So here we are at Trader Joe's for today's staycation adventure. We thought it would be fun to go in and look around and see if we could find any fun fish-themed food for the feast of Peter and Paul.
So we don't come here very often. It's a little bit out of the way. So we thought it'd be fun to just poke around and see what we can find.
Okay, so we were looking for any type of fun food that would remind us of St. Peter or St. Paul. We did find these saddle crisps, you know, Paul on the road to Damascus, maybe. And then pita bread would have been authentic to the time, right? Maybe. The fish selection was not too exciting. A lot of it was farm-raised fish. We really wanted to buy these, but we don't think Peter or Paul ever ate this. Okay, so that was sadly a bit of a flop for us.
Mm-hmm. The store was really crowded, and they just didn't have anything super exciting or unique in the fish department.
Yeah, fish sticks, not that exciting. The tilapia was farm raised, which we're not really excited about. I don't know, I just thought there would be a lot more interesting choices, or just, it would be fun to look, but the crowd made it definitely not fun.
Crowded.
And ours is always crowded. So, well, golly. Okay, so back to the drawing board with that. So good morning, it's Wednesday, and today we are going to head out and enjoy some of God's beautiful nature. We're headed to a park and a walking trail that we have never been to.
And we've got supposedly a break in the weather for now. It's earlier and it's overcast, so hopefully that means it'll be cooler.
So we're looking forward to seeing some new sights, getting some exercise, and just enjoying God's creation on Wednesday of our staycation.
So here we are pulling up. And it's a really beautiful spot, as you can see. All of the trails here are unpaved, so it's a little more of a rugged terrain, but they're very, very beautiful. Different fences and boardwalks. Here we are together, and overall it was just a lovely day to get out and do this.
We did a lot of walking. I'm not sure how many steps we did. Probably close to 10,000. I'm not sure. Kate's gonna check, but we were so lucky with the cloud cover, and the trees heavily shade the trail, so it made for some pretty pleasant walking, especially since the clouds have now burned off.
Yeah. I don't know, it was about 2.5 miles in total.
It felt longer. I don't know. But the trail was pretty empty. Now it's getting a little bit more crowded. But yeah, it was just a fun thing to do. We'd never been here before, so yay. Day 4 started off with a trip to daily mass. Good morning, Jesus. Always good to start your day like that. Here we are walking in Good Morning Pope Leo, and there's our bishop. And then, of course, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, for dying for our sins. We also always enjoy seeing this beautiful statue of Saint Joseph. And then after Mass, we tried out a new to us coffee shop, which was a cozy, very relaxing place. We enjoyed all the decor. They had a heatless fire going, so it was really fun just to sit and watch the fire. We enjoyed some tasty treats. We brought our books to read, and it was just such a relaxing moment. It was really fun, and this is something we will definitely do again. For day 5, we decided to have a Catholic craft night. We did 2 different crafts, starting with this puzzle for God Bless America. To go along with that, we definitely needed a sweet drink, so here we go. Delicious. To help keep the costs down and stay within our budget, we did borrow this puzzle from a friend, so that was great. And here we go, we're getting it set up. The pieces were really big with this one, so it did come together pretty quickly. We didn't get too far that very first night, even though we did have some really great help, as you'll see. Yep, here he is, always willing to lend a helping hand. That was about as far as we got on the first night. And here's Kate several days later putting more pieces in, and we eventually did finish it a few days after the 4th of July. And here is the finished product.
So our second craft was these diamond art Catholic bookmarks. And we just ordered a kit for these, and you can see how it came just in that little bag. And we have some stellar help with us present for this. So we just unboxed it, and inside there were a handful of different bookmarks, all of them really quite pretty. And then it also came with the tassels for each one, and a little tray and the stylus and everything. We were being watched. And then you can just see us doing it here. I was working on Our Lady of Guadalupe, and Jennifer was working on St. Jude. The parochial vicar, on the other hand, wasn't really working on a bookmark. He had other things in mind, very interested in those tassels, and he was also working on chewing on things, as you can see right here. And so we had a good hour enjoying that, and these were our finished bookmarks. All right, so you saw how the week went, and now we're back. Let's check in and see if we first off kept it under budget.
So as you know, our budget was $100, and at the coffee shop we spent $22.50.
Then the park was free, and then Trader Joe's was also free by way of us not finding anything at all.
Right.
And then the Diamond Art Craft Kit, that's a mouthful, was $13.77 on Amazon.
We also did spend about $5.40 on the puzzle that we bought, and then probably around $25 in gas. So that brought our grand total to $66.47 over 5 days. And we only did a 5-day staycation because day number 6 was the 4th of July, and that was already, fun and festive. Mm-hmm.
So we did manage to keep it all under budget, surprisingly. So let's talk now about what we enjoyed the most and what we didn't enjoy as much.
My favorite activity was definitely going to the coffee shop because that was a new to us place and it was so relaxing, and that felt very vacation-ish to me.
Mm-hmm. I also really enjoyed that one, but it's followed up really closely by the bookmarks, the diamond art. I really did enjoy that. The parochial vicar really enjoyed that, as you saw.
He was so helpful.
Yes, sitting on top of things and chewing bags.
My least favorite activity was definitely going into Trader Joe's, which that was a madhouse. I was looking forward to seeing all the neat foods, and they always have such fun stuff, but we literally could not even stand still in an aisle.
It's always like that in our Trader Joe's.
We were blocking the aisle. We couldn't look. I just felt so stressed the whole time, and so that was pretty sad.
It's not really anything on Trader Joe's, but ours is just particularly bad and very overwhelming.
We went early in the morning too. So
it is what it is.
It is what it is. That was very sad. We didn't find anything exciting. I mean, fish sticks are not exciting, so that was kind of a wash.
Now, there were a couple of other things on our list that we had wanted to get to. Things like doing a local pilgrimage, but that week also coincided with a heat wave.
It was so hot.
It was so hot we didn't manage that one.
Yeah, and we also were planning to do a Catholic movie night, but it just turned out that we ran out of time before the 4th of July. So those could be good activities, though, for a staycation.
Now, for the question of would we do it again, that one's a little bit tricky because we ran into some, bumps in the road that week. We had the heat. We had a couple of things come up really unexpectedly. So it was a little bit stressful to get some of this done, if we're being honest.
First day of staycation, the refrigerator dies. Oh, that's fun. So I love the idea of a staycation, but what I learned is that it's not the same as going away on vacation somewhere, because you still have all of your everyday stuff going on, and so there's not really a break from that. Mm-hmm. Even though the individual things that we did were fun,
it's not the same as
vacation. Not the same. I don't think it would ever replace a regular, proper vacation. So I'd do it again, but I still want to go on vacation because that's truly getting away, truly getting rest.
So overall, it was an interesting experience. Didn't exactly go down the way that we had planned, but we did have some really fun moments in it.
It was definitely an experiment, and I'm glad that we tried it. But again, sign me up for the cruise or the pilgrimage to Lourdes or whatever, because I feel like that would be a whole lot more vacation-y, relaxing.
Yes. So anyway, we hope this was just a fun video to come along with us on. And let us know down in the comments what you would do if you were doing a Catholic staycation.
So we hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.